I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, your wife must succeed. Nationwide Broncos make the world stand.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Pickens going in motion left.
Throwing to start the drive. Wheeler. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Our first carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down. You look at this Raiders defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
From the 38 now, here's a second down and 6.
Here we go, Shaq. 6, let's go.
Off play action. Wheeler.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Wheeler.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call it a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And hauled in here by Rivera. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. The Raiders at 4-7 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. That's in the hands of Tutu Atwell. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
From the gun, here's Williams. He finds his man, complete. It's Rivera. He'll go down to gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Yet another completion here on his opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tutu Atwell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Gets this out wide to Pickens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Looking to throw. Wheeler throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up the first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game.
And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
19 tight, 19 tight.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 6.
Back to throw. Wheeler. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Byron Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Looking to throw. Wheeler. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Finds Pickens out right.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
George Pickens,
26 yards.
and the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays. They also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he's got it. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
Touchdown, Raiders! A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 14, Broncos 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now Watkins on the return. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. As he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try to do it again.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw. Wheeler. And that's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Cougar 19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. Wheeler. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Down to about the 22 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and they will have some options on 2nd and short.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go, set. 19, time, go.
2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
70, Hawk 70.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Denver.
And he stopped immediately there.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Wheeler. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19.
Pickens going in motion left. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. It picked up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go with the keeper. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3, but in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 3. They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. That's going to be caught. Down to the 10. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Broncos 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Wheeler. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and a good footwork nearly all for naught. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Pickens going in motion left.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
To throw, Williams.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Williams. That's quickly to Atwell on the slant.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
First down and goal to go.
Here's Williams. A final shot before break.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the east side of the 589, made up a jacket to the
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Play action. Now Williams.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3. He got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Williams. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They'll go play action here with Williams. That's complete. It's Collins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ready, set, hard. Here we go.
To the air, Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On a slant, here's Collins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Back to throw. Williams. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. To the air once more. Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lincoln. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Wheeler. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
Given 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard.
Up the middle they go. Lincoln. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
19, Tiger. Check up.
Off the play fake. Wheeler on the RPO. He'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here we go, set.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. But he takes this one bang into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Raiders 31, Broncos 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Watkins on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lincoln. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
38-yard line.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Wheeler. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Well, with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On first down, Lincoln. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
From the gun on third down, Wheeler. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
At the 48-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Atkinson. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock moving. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now Darnold. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That's good.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Broncos.
To the air again, Darnold. Oh, he dropped it. And it's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Broncos on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going on.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line.
What is up? I got it.
Throwing is Williams. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
What is up?
Here's Williams. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
4th down.
Here's the Raiders punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Darnold. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind him.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And the Broncos 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. To throw is Darnold. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Darnold to throw again. And it's caught. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cade Otten from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4. To throw, Williams. McKinnon here, it's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. So he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd down and 6 now. That one looks like he'll throw here. Williams looking to do it himself. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Throws left side, Atwell's got it. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
At their own 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, side.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. There's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Gets this complete to Smith-Njigba. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
That's another
Darnold to throw. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, side.
Here's Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? You give them that one.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go, side.
Now Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill. When your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon, there's an incompletion right there.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's third down now. Darnold. And he is caught. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before it's out of bounds.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
33-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. On the outside, he finds Otten. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing again is Darnold. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to